Let's talk about Python's range function. How can you count from 1 to 10 in Python? You could make a list of all those numbers and then loop over it, but that could get pretty tedious. Imagine if we were working with 100 numbers or 1,000. Instead, we could use the built-in range function. The range function accepts a start integer and a stop integer. It counts upward, starting from that start number, and it stops just before that stop number. So we're stopping at 10 here instead of going all the way to 11. You can also call range with just one argument. When range is given one argument, it starts at 0 and it stops just before that argument. So range accepts either one argument, that's the stop value, it starts at 0, it stops just before that number, or it accepts two arguments, a start and a stop, but it also accepts an optional third argument. What do you think this might do? What's your guess? So we'll count here starting at 0 and stopping just before 51, but we'll count with a step of 10. That third argument is the step value, which defaults to 1. What if we wanted to count down instead of counting up? One way to do that is to give a negative step value. So we're counting from a larger number to a smaller number by using a step value of -1, which counts downward one number at a time. And notice even when going in reverse, we stop just before our stop value. It doesn't stop at 0, it stops at 1. You can think of the three arguments given to range as similar to the three values we can use when slicing a sequence in Python. These indices that we give are the start, the stop, and the step indices. And just like with the range function, we have a start value, a stop value, and a step value. With both slicing and the range function, that stop value is not included. The start value is, but the step value is excluded. Python's for loops are all about intervals, but what if we just wanted to count while looping? For that, we can use Python's built-in range function. The range function is great for performing an operation a specific number of times, or for counting upward or downward.